little bit to see if it doesn't. I need to get some blocks on the wheels. Oh.
Yep.
Got it? Yep. I'll get down and heavy, ain't it? Oh.
Yep.
There's a brick.
A brick?
Yeah. That's working out. Hey everybody, so today we have this 55 or 6, I can't remember without looking at the title, GMC 550 model. This was an old fire truck from, I think it's Hayti, Missouri, H-A-Y-T-I. I have a picture of this truck we'll post here of this truck when it was all together and it was a fire truck, it was a pumper truck. I bought this truck by accident. I bought this for a guy I know that said he wanted one, and then once I bought it, he didn't want it. So kind of became a part of the inventory. I sold it. I sold this truck. Part of the deal was we still do our normal thing, show everybody. This truck is super cool. I love these big trucks. Weird conventional front ends. So not like your typical grain truck. This 550 model has some pretty cool specialty things going on. You know, these trucks were purpose built. This one was purpose built to be a fire truck. Split hood, V8, had a special carburetor on it with a lift pump because this thing it was a pumper truck, right? So you'd get in it, engage the pump, tack this thing up. It's only showing like 900 and something miles on the odometer because this thing would go to a local fire and sit, and they would tack it up and it would run the pumps for the hoses. So probably has high hours on it, low miles. It's probably a small town truck, didn't really go far, but it worked hard when it was there on site. There's no hours meter on here, so I don't know what the hours are, but I also don't know why or when this truck was decommissioned. I'm talking to some of the firefighters that were from that area, that house or whatever, so they can't really remember, so it must have been put out of service for a while. They are the ones that provided me with the photo of the truck that I got sits on the wall at the firehouse still. So really cool truck. It's gonna run. It just has a really weird carburetor on it. So this is obviously GMC. It has a Holley 4000 on it, which is like a Ford carburetor. It's a Ford 4-barrel that was also used on these 5.67 GMC V8s. So, which should be a Pontiac V8. But just really cool stuff. Like these marker lights are really neat. It has, from the coach company, whoever put the body on the pumper body, grafted those lights up into the cab. It's got dual spotlights. This is where the body was. It's kind of just like screwed and bolted onto the cab here. And again, we can revert back to that photo here in the video and show you. Just really cool. It was a really neat truck when it was all together, but clearly garage kept, extremely solid. But you can see here, so the mileage on this puppy is showing, yep, 972 or 9,072 maybe. 972, I think. This is pretty neat. Here's your pump switch. There should be a throttle knob. This is headlights. Lever lock. This is parking brakes. This had air brakes. So this is a pretty cool truck. It's missing, unfortunately, the radio and the ashtray, which are always missing. Those are some of the higher end GM accessories. But dual spotlights are still on it. Just a really cool truck. Super solid. I mean, there's no rot in this thing. The original paint's still on the floors. I love these. I think these are super functional for getting in and out of this thing because it's, as you can see when Shane's holding the camera and I'm in front of it, I mean, this is a big truck. It's not even sitting level. It's kind of low in the tail. This here, let's see what this thing's for. It's clearly a plug. It's some kind of twist lock plug. I don't know what that was for. If any firemen are out there and want to tell us what that's for, that would be cool. There's another one on the other side. Some kind of power. It's a heavy duty truck. This is like 5/16 frame, close to a 1/2 inch thick C-channel, probably, I don't know, 8 inches tall or so, 10 inches tall. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that one by hand. It's another one. So I don't know, maybe this truck had some kind of inverter on it, or maybe it's for auxiliary lighting or something. I don't know. Somebody will tell us in the comments, I'm sure they know. So we're working on getting it running. I do have to say this thing has a massive generator and alternator on it. It's good. Pop up in there and show them this. Look at this thing. Generator, alternator, I'm not sure which. That is really, really, really oversized. So evidently it was needing power for other things on this truck because it was a pumper truck, which is mechanically driven. So just, I wish Joe Bates was in here today because he could tell us what all of this stuff is for. I don't know. It's weird because it has the rad hose comes into this little weird reservoir that's not a GM thing, and then it goes into the motor. So I don't know what this is for. Joe, the older gentleman that works here, is always full of all the information on that one. So hopefully Joe gets to see this truck before it rolls out of the shop. Maybe he can enlighten us a little bit. But really neat. This truck's going to Iowa. It's make like a Hodges bed or a rollback truck. So that's really neat. I'm glad it was able to get repurposed and used again. It's just so freaking rock solid. I mean, this truck is like really, really, really nice. Really neat truck. Clay's gonna get it running. We're trying to find the correct carb kit. It's just a really weird application. It's a really strange looking carburetor. I guess they call it a teacup. The thing is like this tall. A really weird carb. It's not what we typically see. But we're gonna get it all cleaned up, dolled up. We're gonna get a minivan axle underneath the back of it so we can get it on and off trailers, and the next guy can roll it around his shop easy while he's working on it. Because right now when they're snipped, they are a pain to move and they're dangerous to move. We're gonna get that tomorrow. We're gonna run up the junkyard, pop a couple minivan axles, and this thing won't be driving, but it'll be running. Hopefully we get to see this thing when it's done. I hope he sends us photos because it's really cool. And it's this guy is actually only about an hour away from where we were doing all that other stuff in Iowa. So we may make a trip of it and go back to the place in Iowa. I may just ship it. I don't know. It depends on what we got going on because we are super busy, and this year is going to be late February, March is going to be pretty awesome. We have some amazing things that are going to be going on. So stay tuned for now. There's tons of stuff in the yard. There's going to be a lot more videos coming of a lot of more of the inventory that we have, and then the picking will start here late winter, early spring.
We'll put one that goes through the back and then one that connects kind of diagonal, just so it has that real strong point. You know, whenever they strap it down and stuff, they're not gonna break it in half. That's why I'm stick welding and not MIG welding, you know? This is gonna push into that metal.
Huh, interesting. I'm gonna stop like that. Do you think is that strong enough? I'm assuming. I mean, I know it's a piece of steel.
I mean, it's like probably 1/4 inch angle, 2x2.
I honestly don't know anything about it. That's why I was just asking if you thought it was strong enough.
I wish I might look around here.
That just looks so small in comparison to like what the
yeah.
fuck.
This is probably 3/8.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, that should be okay, especially if we're not putting any weight on it or anything. We're not.
All the weight was probably. So this is probably so thick because this was a water tanker, right? So when
all the weight was back here,
Yeah.
and this was the center point.
Yeah.
Much almost.
Okay. Yeah.
So I thought that would be.
Yeah, dude. Do
Decent.
your thing, man. Like I said, you're the pro here, you know what I mean? I was just asking questions because I'm just interested.
Safety first. We're using scrap.
Bravo 6, going dark.
Like 2 miles.
Here's a list. 12 through 22s.
Yeah, like this. And I'm both screws, but yeah, we can probably do this one.
Okay.
Might want to find one at the, that might come with. So we'll just have to drop all this shit. Let's take this one first.
Alright, cool.
We'll have to go around this one.
Good.
That's what you come down here.
Alright,
Yeah, that's going to be a lot easier. We'll take the shocks off and then back here. And I brought my snips to snip what we gotta snip, and yeah, that'll be a good straight action. I think that's it. Now we just gotta get the rims out. And we should have enough room to pull the axle through. So it's all fine.
ready? Alright. Are we going to be able to pull this thing underneath the car?
I think so, it's gonna be close.
Alright.
I got it.
You ready? Let's go.
Go ahead. Simplifies.
Ready? Think that'll work?
Hope.
There. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna give it a big pull. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Close.
There's like kick from the other end.
I got a dip after that exhaust. So yeah, kick will probably work. It's going. It's going. Yep.
Watch your fingers, bro.
Oh, we got. I got a bit of shock left. Okay. We can come out now. We're out.
All right. There we go. And both the exits.
How you do it? Here we go.
Or should we? Okay. Let's grab another bucket.
Same shit.
Yeah, they don't think you're supposed to have the leather. I got a Harley Davidson shirt. I used to price leave this for a while.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Because I could use a come along and pull that one forward or whichever way it's got to go. 7 inches. Just shift a little bit. That ain't gonna be bad. That puts everything in the same spot, same distance away. Given that's not bent or anything, but that don't really matter because
Oh, would you look at this?
Yeah, well.
Would you look at that?
Yeah, there's a few more blemishes on the car.
Oh my gosh, just look at it.
The car is not perfect.
Just look at it. Just look at it.
Yeah, well.
What the heck is that? Oh, look at it. You got me running all around the car.
bump it. Side.
Try, why not? Do you want me to get in the thing and crank it, or are you gonna crank from out here?
Oh, you want to get it? Okay?
Yep. Try it, so. Alright, you ready?
Yep. Bump it first. It's stuck all the way down.
Nothing?
It's stuck all the way down now.
Done.
See what I'm saying?
Done. Or just scrap them.
All right, that's a wrap. We're all done with this 55 or 56 GMC 550 model. Really, really cool truck. Obviously massive stature, right? So I'm like 6 foot. Look at the size of this thing. And it's just level. We did this little, floating kind of shipping axle on the back. This is just to get it to where it's going. Not gonna be used. But this truck's huge. I mean, this is ride height right here. You definitely need this running board that's missing to get up into this thing. Because even this is high to get up onto here. That's like So he's putting it on a, my buyer anyway, is putting this on a Ford 550 frame, making a rollback out of it. He already has a Ford 550 rollback. He's just gonna take his cab and then set this on there and see what he's got to do to make it work. So I think it's gonna be a pretty cool project. So this will be shipping out of here next week. We were able to get it running. It just kind of needs more help. We tried to get this running. It was really more for the video, for you guys to see if we could do it. Just kind of fun. He's not using the power plant or anything like that. I'm probably gonna get the frame and the engine and that kind of thing back, and I'll just put that out to pasture in case I ever find one of these again without a body, or without a frame rather, and set the body on that for shipping and whatnot. But this one here seems that we have a bent valve or an issue with either the intake or the exhaust valve. Clay, do you know which valve it was? Intake or exhaust?
Number 1 cylinder intake valve.
Number 1 cylinder intake valve is giving us a problem, so it's obviously really screwing up compression, and it's not going to run. But learned a lot about these things in general. This is the first one of these I've ever had. I've had everything on the other ends of the spectrum, right? So I've had the giant cab over truck, I've had the little cab over trucks, I've had the LCF. This is the first conventional front end, like 5-ton truck that I've had. So I'm definitely going to be chasing more of these down, especially the fire trucks, because they're in excellent condition. This one was garage kept. The chrome and everything's really nice. Got these water spots on here from being outside yesterday, but really cool truck. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you know of any more of these types of trucks, these big GMCs, let us know. Get a hold of me, 412-335-6100. Hope you enjoyed our video. Check out IronCityGarage.com. Get yourself the t-shirts and hoodies. They're all on sale right now. We got new keychains and new stickers and stuff on there as well. We ship real quick. Check us out on Instagram. We'll see you in the next video. We got lots of cool stuff. We're getting ready to bring cab over in right now. Hey, thanks for watching our video. We really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have cars like these in your garage, if you have a fastback Mustang or convertible Impala, a nice original paint pickup truck or an old cab over truck, and you want to sell it, I'd love to try and put a deal together with you. You can get a hold of me at 412-335-6100. We pay excellent prices. We pay finder's fees. You know, it's no secret. We do make a little money on the YouTube videos, so that allows me to pay, you know, sometimes market value or really good prices for these cars. We'd love to come out and drag it out of your barn. We'd love to film it. We'd love for you to be a part of that whole process. So if you have an original paint or an original old fastback Mustang that needs work, like these ones I have on my trailer, or if you have an old pickup, or again, a convertible Impala, cab over truck, whether it doesn't matter where you are, we buy nationwide here in the United States, all the way as far as California. I've had stuff, New Mexico, Arizona, Oregon, Washington, high desert stuff we love. So, or if you're in the East Coast and it's a rusty Mustang or a rusty convertible Impala, that is fine. We typically don't buy many trucks on the East Coast, but I buy a lot of cars on the East Coast. If you have cab over parts also, especially for these early Fords, I'd be interested in that. It never hurts to send me an email or a text. IronCityGarage@gmail.com. You're welcome to send me an email or a text message, probably the best. You kind of get an instant answer that way. 412-335-6100. I'd love to talk to you. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully we can make a deal on what you guys have on your farms or in your garages.